Hey, how's it
Hi.
going?
Good, how's it going? I had a question about a relationship.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I'm a Christian woman,
Mm-hmm.
okay, but when I met this guy, okay, so my story's a little weird. So I just turned 29 on July 9th, and I've never been in a relationship before him.
Mm-hmm.
And when I met him, I thought it was like God introducing us together because I
Yeah.
always
Mm-hmm.
prayed that like I would meet a guy a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
And we met and we hit it off, and it turns out we had been going to the same church like our whole lives.
Mm-hmm.
And so I thought it was great, and he asked me out right away, and like he literally told me he loved me right away too. It was kind of funny.
Mm-hmm.
But so he was talking about marrying me, and how he couldn't wait to like make me his wife and have kids with me. And so like a couple months in, I was waiting for marriage, but
Mm-hmm.
I like took the next step with him, and I regretted it. But like
Mm-hmm.
after that, it was almost like I lost all my value to him, but we still stayed in a relationship. He was just more cold to me,
Mm-hmm.
and I stayed. It was hard though because he can be so cold, but we just had our 1 year anniversary, and it was like nothing to him. But to me, it was everything because it was like my first relationship, you know?
Yeah.
And so I just had a conversation with him the other day because we go through this thing where, like, I try and stay positive and, like, because the Bible says, like, love always hopes and stuff. So, like, I see, like, I could make it work. Like, I just have to be patient with him. But he told me the other day in the car, like, he doesn't think, like, I deserve 100% from him
Mm-hmm.
or anything like that because he just gets in moods. But he
Yeah.
doesn't want to break up either because I had broke up with him because he goes through this phase of just like treating me like nothing. Like he's purposely pushing me away. And so I was like, fine, like let's break up then. So we broke up for a week, and then he like contacted me and told me like he doesn't want to give up and he just wants to like stay in a relationship with me. But then he goes back to the same routine of every time I give him a chance, he like talks horribly. Like he thinks horribly of me, and I'm like, why do you think horribly of me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm currently out of work. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I
Okay.
totally hear you, and we can definitely help you a lot here.
Okay, so since I'm not mistaken, you guys are both Christians, right?
Yes.
And you're currently like going to church and all this stuff.
Yeah, we even took a preparing for marriage class together.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and
But
are
it's
you
like-
guys still physical?
No.
Okay.
So it was just that one time?
No, but that's recent.
Okay.
No, so I was like, I don't know what's wrong with me. I guess I like need more self-respect or something, but I did it with him a couple of times, but every time he literally kicked me out immediately
Yeah,
after.
Yeah, because of
And
the...
then
I
I would tell
understand.
him like that's super hurtful.
Yeah,
And
I
he's
understand.
like, well, I have to go to work the next day. Like, you know. But then he tells me he loves me and like all this and
Okay.
that.
No,
And
we
then
got
the
you.
next day he
We
tells
got
me that he
you.
doesn't.
Okay.
We got you.
Yeah.
So when you guys are both Christians, I'm not saying everybody needs to think like this. I'm talking about people who are like with their faith.
Yeah,
okay?
this is a very specific scenario,
Yes.
guys, because obviously this couple, you know, they both go to church and they want to live according to the Bible, right?
Yes.
So the standards is way different.
Yeah, than maybe other
Than
people.
maybe other people.
Okay, so I'm talking about the standards here, okay? So the problem here is that I guess since I grew up with a mom who's a pastor, you know, like always me saving myself was a big like it was kind of like, okay, this is what you need to do. So also when they preach about to couples, you guys need to save yourself. So sometimes when you do make that mistake, you know, it could be that he's even acting like this not because of you, but because of what he feels with himself. You get what I'm saying? Like maybe, oh, I screwed up. This girl makes me fall into sin, and it could go both ways. So
Or even the doubt of if this is really from God, then this shouldn't be
have
happening. It's not meant to be.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I would just sit down with him, you know. If you guys are planning on getting married, like God forgives your mistakes, you know. God, he can make everything new again. He can also, you know, make this little like step that you had, like this step back and just step forward. But you guys do need to have a conversation to see where this this marriage is going, especially because the way he's speaking to you, saying that he doesn't think you're worthy of it, it's just, to me, it's not acceptable
Yeah.
a lot at all.
Also, I would definitely 100% what you guys need is counseling. Let me ask you this:
Yeah.
have you guys talked to somebody openly about what really happened confidentially?
I did, but he got
Okay.
upset with me
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
he thinks that pastors can't help. And I said, like, I believe that, like, they are really close to God, so I feel like they would give us really good advice.
Yeah.
And he
So
doesn't agree.
yeah, so the reason why I say that is because it's not necessarily about what they should, not I or anybody can tell you what to do. That's
Yeah.
personal. But the part of you confessing and being accountable with somebody that has a little bit more experience than you is gonna allow you and him to begin a restoration process. So you can't restore something that is hidden,
Yeah.
right? So let's say you're in a relationship, and if there's an area of the relationship that is hidden, it's gonna be very hard for you guys to just figure it out on your own. So step one would be to go to a pastor or somebody that genuinely loves you.
Baby, let me point out on that. Like, I am a very big believer that you shouldn't be telling people all your stuff, you know. Try to find someone that you look up to, that you know that they won't be spreading your personal info around, because I've seen it all around, even in the church that we've gone to, that sometimes you tell people your stuff trying to find help, and then they spread
Right.
it to everybody. So definitely try to find someone that you know will have good intentions, who is modest, you know, and just like open up to them and
Now,
let them help you.
Now, what I think is going on with him from a guy's perspective, I think he's definitely closing off because of what happened. Like, that's the thing about a Christian relationship, is the expectation and the standard is so high
Yeah.
that if you guys do slip up, you immediately start feeling shame and guilt.
Yeah.
But you shouldn't. And I know it's easier said than done, because we all feel guilt when we mess up and like, dang it, I keep screwing up. What am I going to do? That's where counseling comes in. I
But
think
don't
he's just
do it. Like, try to not do it again, because,
I think
you know?
he is experiencing a sense of guilt, conviction. I think he's experiencing a sense of like, the whole value thing. Like, yes, I already did it with you, and that could be very hurtful. And ultimately, as you notice, a lot of the times Christian couples who guard themselves, when they tell you to wait for marriage, it's really just to protect you.
Yeah.
Like Espe and I always say, if we would have done it before we got married, I think we wouldn't be together right now.
No.
And I really mean that, because
I believe that.
yeah, because I'm sure you're experiencing the fact that you feel so vulnerable to him. And then guys and girls are so
Yeah.
different. Guys just want to, guys just is more on the physical side. Women, they put all their heart, mind, and soul into
Yeah.
this. And guys are not like that. We're wired differently. So I think, and I don't want to make this too Christian, but when the Bible says to wait,
It's
is
for
to
a
protect
reason.
you.
Yeah.
So you're probably experiencing that lack of protection right now, because you stepped into an area that that you guys have never experienced. So does that help?
Thank you. It does. I had one more question for you,
Okay.
as a man.
Mm-hmm.
So he told me, I love your advice too, Esme. He said before my birthday, he was like, originally I was gonna propose to you on your birthday.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, but now, he's like, I can't even picture myself marrying you like anytime soon. And I was like, you really said that to me? Like,
Oh, wow.
I don't know, like it hurts a
Mhm.
lot. And now he's like, I don't even want to be around your family because I don't want to lead them on, like making them think that I'm like gonna marry you. And I was like, but why you? I don't understand, because I don't understand why he says that. But then
Yeah.
he claims he loves me, but he told
Yeah.
me like he doesn't love me like unconditionally anymore. And I don't know if I should, like, from your perspective, do you think like it's worth continuing, or do you think like because I keep giving him a chance, and like it's always the same circle. I feel like I keep putting my faith in God, like that He
Mhm.
could fix it, but I do think that I probably messed up. Like you said, if I never had slept with him, I think we would be like in a way better place than we are right now.
Correct.
But now I don't know what to do. Like, should I just like let it go, or
Yeah.
don't know.
So to answer your question, it's a tricky question, right? I would need to speak with him, but from just what I'm hearing, the details, I do think that there's a sense of that he lost the sense of like value since you guys already did it. I think
But with
maybe
what he's saying,
with
that's
what
what he's showing.
that's what I'm
I
saying.
mean, we haven't. You.
That's
you
what
can't- Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like based on what I hear, it seems like he lost that value, right? Now, what I was advised to you is to definitely don't be intimate with him again. Don't be like try not to be intimate with him again. The reason is because if he doesn't value you and then he only, seeks value in an intimate way, I think it's all screwed up already.
In my opinion, if a guy was telling me that he didn't want to marry me, that he doesn't want to be with my family, this and that,
You have to guard yourself.
I would honestly reconsider the relationship. Why? And I'm telling you this because I know what it feels like to have a first boyfriend. I had one, and there's this sense of that you think that that's the best thing that ever happened to you, like because it was your first relationship. But there is, in this case, the grass may be greener on the other side, So I would just try to get help, but I would definitely not allow for the person that I am in a relationship with to tell me that I have no worth,
Yeah.
that I have no value, that he doesn't want to see my family. If he really feels like that, then I would just end the relationship, as hard as it may be, because I thought that my ex was like, that I loved him so much, that it was love what I was feeling. And I really experienced all of that with Seba. So sometimes, you want to hold on to something, and God has something even greater for you. And it doesn't matter what you did in your past. It doesn't matter, but he may have someone better for you.
And another perspective is if he really wanted to be with you, despite of the mistake you guys did, at least there would be an effort to try to restore that and to still be together. You see what I'm trying to say? So like his reaction of him being like, oh, I gave up on this. I don't want you anymore. I'm not going to marry you. I don't want to lead you on.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Seems like he did the complete opposite. So that should tell you the red flag. Like he's waving his own red flag around. The fact that, okay, we made a mistake in a normal person that still wants to be in the relationship. Oh yeah, let's get some help. Let's try not to do this again.
Yeah,
And we
or
both,
just move forward.
or we both
and-
put the
yeah.
effort to be better. But he's doing the complete opposite. So
Yeah.
with that, I do think that maybe the grass is greener on the other side.
Yeah.
Okay? So hopefully that helps. Okay?